Bella rega, I'm Francesco and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to tackle a new build. It's going to be a slip joint folder on my own design. So I'm going to take you with me through this little journey. Also, please go subscribe to my Patreon channel. I have tiers from $5 to $15 and more. Every tier gets nice perks and also gets granted entry to quarterly giveaway raffles. Sorry, giveaway is a difficult word for an Italian. For one of my knives, and it doesn't matter if only I have one subscriber. Also, subscriber is a difficult word for an Italian. Or just a few. I will still do the giveaway raffle. Of course, the more Patreon subscriber I have, the better the knife will be. So let's go and let's make this knife. This is a piece of stainless steel sanmai. You can probably see the 3 layers. The outside is 304 stainless, the inside is 52-100. It was very thick, so like I said, I had to draw it down to the correct thickness. Now I'm going to cut the blade out of it and drill it and everything else that needs to be done to the blade to be operational on the handle. This is going to be a split joint, which is my take of the classic slip joint. So this is the pattern of the knife. Those are heat-treated 1095 parts that I use to file and drill all the parts of the blade and the handle. I'm going to use this to scribe the knife, cut it, and everything else. I was looking for a piece of stainless to make the liners, and then while I was looking for, I found a handle already made that I had a blade to, but the blade cracked. It's a semi. I think I got it a little too hot because I was working out of a cold forge. So this is scrap, but I can still utilize the handle. The spring is already heat treated. The handle is already, the liners are already shaped. This is great because I already have basically half of the handle done. I just recently purchased this milling machine a few months ago actually, and I went through the process of completely restoring it, which you can watch one of my previous videos, And let me tell you, after 15 years building folding knives entirely by hand, using a milling machine for the first time to build one, boy, oh boy, it's so nice, so nice. So after the burn it's 127, 127, 127, and 127. So the finish is not beautiful, but I will have to hand sand it afterwards, so it's fine. One side came out a little better. I think I went a little slower. Who knows? Anyway, I cleaned it up with rubbing alcohol, and now I am applying some blue Dicam so I can scribe my pattern and mark my punch holes, my holes, sorry. So the width of this one is 20, shy of 26. The width of the bar is shy of 30. So this is a piece of A01 steel that is surface ground. It's a little rusty, but for this operation it's fine. I'm using 1, 2, 3 blocks to align it properly, and that is just it's just a little proud. All right, now let's scribe some lines. So this is hardened 1095 steel, and it's been hardened and not tempered, so it's glass hard. I did this so I can use both the blade template and the handle template to drill holes and use it as a drill guide. So I'm going to do this, but this is already 1/8 of an inch, which is the final diameter of the hole. So I'm going to just pack it just to create a center, and then I'm going to take the pattern off and drill it freehand, which usually works pretty well. Little chamfer. So this is the 1/8 pin that I'm going to use, and it doesn't fit. Okay. Let's measure it with the proper tools. It's 126, so should, if I just massage it a little bit, should go in. So this is a 1/8 drill bit that it's been mangled quite a bit, and it fits nice and snug, very nice. So that's perfect. So I'm just going to have to massage that pin a little bit, and then it's gonna be good to go. Well, I forgot that I can't use my air conditioning unit and any power tool together. Well, funny thing, the breakers for my shop are in the neighbor's shop, so I also always have to ask him if the breaker flips, and if it's not there, I'm screwed. But this time it was there. Okay, so let's do it again. So I made a fixture plate so I can position all the elements, and right now the blade is heavily oversized. I have it where I like the position of the blade, and at this point what I do, so I utilize this file guide from Creative Man. Now Creative Man is called Nordic Edge, and this file guide is incredible. So a couple of things about this file guide. The plates are carbide, of course, but they're screwed in, they're not glued on, so there is no risk to of them popping off if you over tighten it. Also, if they get ruined, you can buy new carbide plates and screw them back on. There is a registration shoulder, so they always go perfectly back, and the actual body is stainless steel, so it doesn't attract any grit, any steel dust. And also it's very tough, so compared to the ones made out of aluminum, you can actually crank down without them bending, warping and such. So what I do is I put the file guide where the head of the spring wants to hit, and I over cant, so give it a little more of an angle than the actual spring. That's because you want only one point of the spring to actually touch the blade, not the entire face. Reason being is it's incredible, almost impossible to make something extremely flat unless you machine it, but always creates some problems because you have to finish it very nicely, and you also always have to hand sanding at the end, and it always comes out a little round. So in a lot of cases you end up with the center of the face here hitting the head of the spring, and that will make a little gap, which is very ugly. And same thing on the bottom, you want only the very back of the what's this called, ricasso, to touch the spring, because you want this action compared to the pivot, so as much back as you can, and that will create a nice push. So I will also over incline this plane in order for only the back of the ricasso to hit the spring. But anyway, the safe side of the edge goes against the bottom, so I don't risk to cut more. So there's a nice push, but you can see that, see if I can learn a little better, there is a gap at the top and it's touching the bottom. That means that the blade is a little too canted backwards, and there is still a little line showing. So that means that I didn't incline this this line enough. So I'm going to go back and do that. All right, you can see how there is a little space in the bottom, only touches the top. So you can see there is no gap anymore, and there is a good spring. And now I need to grind this side and the bottom. So to make sure I have the distances correct, I marked where the back of the spring touches the notch, and I put my divider over there right on the corner, and it's right there, and here it's a little short, but this will need a notch in order to close properly in the right position. So it's gonna be ground quite a bit, and yeah, I'm just going to round slightly this area, and let's do that. So now it goes nice and square, like I want it. So I like the edge to be square with the top. This is a little rounded now, so it will become more square. And the most important thing is
the top is exactly the same position, right? At this point, I'm going to heat treat it. I'll leave it to full thickness before heat treating it because I don't want the thinness to be a cause of the warping. It's a small blade, so even after heat treating, it's going to be very quick to grind. And yeah, also it's stainless steel clad. The stainless steel is not heat treatable, so it's going to be nice and soft outside. It's going to be really hard in the middle, but sharp abrasive, and we'll do it. So I glued together 2 pieces of crazy fiber because I want to use them as a bolster. Those are scraps of another project. So I put painter's tape so they come out very easily. The painter's tape is incredibly strong once it's clamped. So I'm gonna cut them and then ship them together. So I'm going to do the same thing with the other part. Glue them together and shape them together, and then I will fit this onto this, such as this. It's gonna look pretty cool. Let's do it. So this is the setup that I used to glue together the parts so they're nice and aligned. This was laid down on a granite surface. Clean it all up on the granite surface with sandpaper attached to it, using a 1-2-3 block as a square reference. Like so. Those are cheap 1-2-3 block. They're already all kind of mangled, so I don't care. So there you go. So this is all I have time for today. So I'm going to leave you with this sneak peek of the completed mechanism. This is by no means a completed knife, but this is at least the mechanism as it should work. It opens correctly. It has a nice action, nice spring, and closes correctly. I'm going to put a little stop in to make sure that when in the pocket, if you're bending the hip and you're squeezing the blade, it's not going to do this. See, if I push here, it's going to pull up the spring and still hit. The edge is still going to hit the back of the spring, which of course obviously is going to ruin the edge. So the stop in here will avoid that. There are methods of construction that avoid putting the pin there, but this was designed for the stop pin, which also is a retaining pin, a second retaining pin for a possible bolster, which is not gonna be on this knife. This is gonna have a full handle material with no bolster. So once again, please go subscribe to my Patreon channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't yet, and please like the video and leave a comment. Thank you, and ciao a tutti.